After 6 years of experience and working on hundreds of different landing pages, I have tested well over hundreds of different tweaks and hacks to improve your landing page conversions. And out of all of these, only 7 of them will actually skyrocket your conversions and actually make a difference. And the best part of it all, they are so easy to do, and you can simply spend one afternoon on it to implement them even if you have little to no experience. And in this video, I'll be discussing 7 tips to improve your landing page conversions with examples, how to improve your brand authority instantly, and one most important tweak that you can do to see instant results. Now, at number 1, describing the pain points with your headline and your sub-headline. In your hero banner, which is basically this section right here, it is basically the first thing that people will see when they open your website. And a lot of people, what they would do is that in this headline, they would talk about what their business does, which is good, but it is actually better to describe the pain points of your customers or the pain points that your customers have and how you can solve them. For example, let's take a look at this landing page. As you can see, the headline reads, "Shorten links using your own domain," which is straightforward and to the point, and even describes the problem that this product can solve. Similarly, do it for your own business. What problems or pain point do your product or services solve? And simply describe that on the headline itself. Is that simple. You don't need to overcomplicate it. Now, next up at number 2, stick to a single goal. The whole purpose of a landing page is to be focused on one specific offer, one specific thing that you want to sell, or one specific thing that you want your customers or you want your visitors to take action on. And just focus on that. When there's too many options or too many choices to make, visitors are less likely to take action because they are overwhelmed at the amount of choices that they got. Have you ever heard of the term analysis paralysis? Adding more choices or more offers doesn't mean it's a good thing. And the same thing can be said when you're designing your own landing page. So make sure that you have one goal in it and that's about it. Remove any unnecessary distractions and you should be good. Now at number 3, make sure that your CTA is attractive and also persuasive. The thing is, your CTA is really crucial to your success because it's the button that people will click when they are ready to buy your offer. So make sure to make it attractive and also compelling. And the best way to do that is, for example, making it bold and using contrasting colors, a copy that describes the benefits of clicking on it, and bonus point if the button is big enough to grab attention much more easily. If you find value in this video so far, do consider subscribing. It is free and it will help me create more content like this so that you can make sure that your landing page is actually converting and actually getting you customers and leads and sales. And you can always unsubscribe anyways. Now moving on. Now at number 4, never forget to include your social proof. Time and time again, having testimonials in your landing page has proven to bring about 34% increase in sales. You don't have to believe me on this. There's literally a study done testing that. And as you can see here, they actually A/B tested social proof, leading to increased purchase of 34%. That's a huge number. So what type of social proof should you add? Well, there's plenty, like customer reviews, testimonials, client logos, and the best of all is try to show your social proof in your hero banner so people can see it as soon as they open your website. Just like this example right here, you can tell like this rotating logos right here of the different companies and clients using their product. Having this can massively boost not only your conversion rate but also your brand authority, which is very important if you want your product or your services to be taken much more seriously. Moving on at number 5 is to show step-by-step process of how your product or services works. This is such an underrated way, I do think, to provide much more value to your visitors and actually connect with them on a deeper level. A lot of people, when they get interested or curious about your product or services, they want to learn more about how your product or your services can solve their problems in a step-by-step basis. And it is especially important to make it much more easier for your visitors to understand and make it less daunting to buy your product or services. I know some businesses have like such complex processes. Just try to make that process shorter by like 3 to 4 steps. That should be good enough. Don't make it more than like 5, 10 processes. That's just gonna confuse people. And to give you an example, let's take a look at this landing page right here. As you can see, this landing page basically showcase 5-step process at how you can hire their own services. As you can see here, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. That's it. Don't make it more than that, okay? Ideally, you can also take a look at my landing page. In here, I literally have just 3 processes. Even though in reality, there's more nuance than that. There's more processes inside my services. But it's much more easier for me to condense it into 3 steps to make it much more easier for my visitors to actually understand how I work. Now, the same thing for your business. How to make it much more easier for visitors to understand how your business or your product works in a step-by-step basis. And moving on at number 6, ensure that your page is optimized for mobile view. 60%. Now hear me out. 60% of online traffic comes from mobile, and that's just from Google searches. And now imagine people using social media in their phones. And for newer businesses and online entrepreneurs like yourself, I'm sure a lot of you are using social media to market your businesses. And guess where a lot of people are using their social media from? Yep, you guessed it right. It's the mobile device right here. So if your page is not optimized for mobile view, you are literally losing over more than 60% of your customer base. So never ever neglect this. Make sure you pay attention to the size and positioning of your key elements such as your CTA buttons, images, and your descriptions. Now finally, we get to one of the most important tweak that you can do for your own landing page, which is number 7, adding a video demo to showcase your product or services. Having a video is very crucial and important for any businesses, whether you are selling a product, a SaaS, or a service. According to this study right here, that 84% of consumers say they have been convinced to make a purchase after watching a brand's video. Imagine that! What other elements can increase the conversion rate by over 80%? That is an insane number, by the way. And if you think about it, it does make sense. Even if you stuff your landing page with social proof or positive peer pressure, you'll basically get nowhere if you don't effectively showcase your product or your services. Because most consumers have admitted that they will look at the product's website before they make any purchasing decision, which basically means that your page is your chance to show positive impressions to your potential customers and showcase how your product or services works. Now, creating a video demo or a video sales letter if you're an agency owner is not that hard. Let me give you a brief breakdown here. If you're selling a physical product, literally just showcase what the product do, how it can solve your customer's problem, or simply how it works. And the same thing if you're selling your SaaS, just simply showcase how the app works. And guess what? The same thing if you're an agency owner. Talk about your process, showcase your testimonials, your past works, case studies, and what problems you can solve for your clients. And most importantly, don't overcomplicate any of these 7 steps. Keep it simple and make sure that it's easy for visitors to actually understand your offer. And if you want to know how you can create the perfect landing page for your own business, you can actually check out this video right here. I talk much more in depth about that topic in this video. So if you want to learn more, make sure to click this video right here and I'll see you there.